work primarily on the history of gender and sexuality in the ancient world, especially in ancient Greece. When I study Greek sexual practices and sexual ideologies, I'm really interested in how those practices shape one's gender identity. And I'm especially interested in the boundaries between male and female, masculine and feminine. My book, The Pregnant Male as Myth and Metaphor in Classical Greek Literature, deals with a lot of the same themes of my work in general on gender and sexuality. I look a lot at Greek male pregnancy myths, and what does it mean for a male philosopher to invoke childbirth as a way to describe his own thought process? What does it mean to assimilate his own body and mind to that of a pregnant woman giving birth? There's an immanent God, and there are things down here in the physical world. The course I'm teaching this semester is History of Ideas in the Ancient Classical World. And I really want the students to see that trajectory, that continuum from the pagan Greek and Roman thinkers to early Christianity. Part of the argument of the course is that Christianity is built on a Greco-Roman foundation. And I think that's what impresses Augustine the most, is somebody else who, like him, was a powerful intellect. Maybe a little puffed up with his knowledge, a little, snooty, maybe thinking that he's better than other people. And yet even he can say, I'm willing to be just like everybody else. Today we're discussing the end of Book 7 of St. Augustine's Confessions and the beginning of Book 8. These texts that we read in this particular course, they can be daunting and challenging at first. My job is to give them the key, is to show them how to read texts of this sort, and then I can turn it over to them. They can do the rest.
Because it says he has the form of the Father, and it was considered no usurpation, and he was to be held as God's equal. So that's like saying that immanent God or the immanent good is still equal to the overall transcendent good or God.
They'll become more enlightened because they have this ancient lens with which to look at modern San Franciscan life from a different perspective. It's also a method of reading, it's a method of interpreting culture that is applicable in all kinds of areas of life. So maybe some of them will go on to study, go on to graduate study in Plato or St. Augustine, but you can use these same methods of interpretation to understand a Fellini movie, or a painting by Rembrandt, or a novel by Dostoevsky. I'm not a jealous person. I don't want them only to be interested in ancient Greece and Rome. I want to give them the intellectual tools by using the texts that I know well, which are Greek and Roman texts, to be able to do that kind of analysis and understanding and engagement with culture well beyond the confines of ancient Greece and Rome.